Howdy YouTube, today we're taking a look at the WWE Mattel WrestleMania 32 Roman Reigns. The current WWE Champion, I don't know, I like him and I don't like him. I'm kind of torn which way I go. I think he's gotten a lot better recently. I'm interested to see what happens at the Royal Rumble. There's just too much of him that I don't like at the moment. I think he would make a brilliant heel because he does come across as a bit of a douchebag. My girlfriend loves him, thinks he's fantastic. I think she doesn't know what she's talking about, but that's another matter. A cool looking figure, that's why I picked it up. I think it actually is a pretty sick wrestling figure. I love his attire. Some people are saying, he needs to get rid of the Shield attire and things like that. I actually don't mind it. I think it's probably one of the things I like most about him. His moveset I love too, but it's very John Cena, 5 moves of doom, Superman punch, the curb kick, spear, and that's it. So, Samoan drop too. Can't forget the precious Samoan drop. I'm interested to see what happens. I mean, I'd like to see a Roman Reigns Triple H match. I think that would actually be pretty good. Would it be for the title? Ideally, no. He had a great match with Brock Lesnar, mainly because I think Brock Lesnar carried that match. I don't know. He's worked with good guys, and that's, I guess, what makes him look good. But I still think he's got a little bit to go, if I'm honest. Even John Cena had a good 2 years of working to the title, and Roman, I guess, has had that, but I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, in terms of the actual figure, I think that's pretty cool. Nice shot of Roman Reigns on the left there. I'm liking this chest piece logo thing. I think that's a lot better than the I can and I will logo that he was sporting for a long time. I think it also looks a lot better than, and I'll show you the figure in a moment, the multicolored SWAT gear that he was wearing not too long ago as well. Taking a look at the back of the packaging, other figures in the set, we've got Razor Ramon, which I didn't actually pick up just because I've got the Elite Razor Ramon and also the Ringside Collectibles NWO Scott Hall, and they're amazing figures. And, the basic one doesn't have any chest hair, and I don't know, it just didn't appeal to me that much. I did get the legendary Eddie Guerrero, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, someone who I was absolutely devastated as a kid when he passed away. Cesaro, I didn't get either, just because it's an old Cesaro figure. Yes, I get it's from his WrestleMania 30 attire, but I want them to bring a new Cesaro figure that reflects, where's the knee pads now and things like that. Plus, he hasn't been pushed in a while, and I'm kind of turned off him because he's such a talented wrestler. He would make a brilliant champion. Cesaro versus Brock Lesnar would be an excellent match. But we're never going to get that. And then Roman Reigns, of course, from last year's WrestleMania. So let's get him opened up and out of packaging. Okay, and here we've got the Samoan Shield opened up and out of packaging. Honestly, he's actually a sick figure. I can't knock him for that. Definitely, I think the best Roman Reigns we've got so far. I think it's really cool. You can actually see the evolution of the character from badass in the Shield to douchebag to WWE Champion. I guess the facial expressions really reflect my opinion of him. Yes, awesome. And, yeah. Anyway, I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at the face. One thing I think is actually really interesting is when I picked this guy up, they had a few of him, and he sold out ridiculously quick. There were some kids that rocked up that jumped all over Roman Reigns. So I guess that shows that with the right push and the right marketing, you can get anyone over. It just takes a lot of time and a bit of work. And it makes me think if people like Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, Kevin Owens, they put Rusev even, that's another one I'm devastated. He's turned to complete garbage. Bray Wyatt, if they put enough marketing and promo behind a wrestler, they will eventually get over. But they don't do it with a lot of their best talent. Anyway, the face scan I love. I think that's actually a really accurate and really good version of Roman Reigns. The hair as well is fantastic. That's fairly long. And I hope it doesn't come across as I'm just completely bashing or burying Roman Reigns. I do like him. I think he's a sick character. I just think... I don't know. I don't think he's ready quite yet. He's doing a good job, but it's a bit like Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash as the WWE or WWF champion was a bit of a failure, but then at WCW as a heel, he was one of the most popular characters of all time. So, anyway, I really like the logo on the vest. He's also got it on his hand. I think that's cool. Mattel have done a brilliant job with the detail on the tattoos. They look excellent. And he pulls those off really well. Moving down, obviously, he's got the same SWAT cargo pants as the other figures, but a really nice version of Roman Reigns. Now, in terms of articulation, he's got a ball-jointed head, ball-jointed arms, swivel in the bicep, bend at the elbow, swivel in the wrist, swivel waist, swivel in the legs, bend at the knee, swivel in the boot, and swivel in the ankle. So a good range of articulation there. A little bit less than you're going to get with an elite Roman Reigns, but still quite a good amount for a basic figure. So very happy with that. Apologies for the massively improved lighting all of a sudden. What do I think of this figure? Honestly, I love it. It's probably one of my favourite figures that has come out so far this year. I think it's the best Roman Reigns we've gotten so far. If you can find this guy, 100% pick him up. I got him for $15. He's a cool figure for what he is. I think he's the best version of Roman Reigns so far. The Shield one is fantastic, but that's very hard to find. This one in the Kane 2-pack, also really nice, but I just prefer the more updated attire, I suppose. Interesting to see what will happen at the Royal Rumble. Will he win? Will he retain his title? I think he will, or something will happen with Brock Lesnar or Triple H. Interesting too, we'll see, if The Rock comes into play. It's a very exciting time for the Royal Rumble. Hopefully, honestly, if he can do a good job in this year's Rumble, if he can consistently perform strong, unlike 2015, where he wasn't doing a lot. I think if you watch that, the crowd chants, Roman sleeping and things like that. If he start to finish is constantly on it and just brings that intensity, which he's got, by the way, I think that'll really help him and certainly get me pumped. 2014, that Royal Rumble where he was in it with Batista and stuff like that, that was awesome. I was cheering for him big time. So hopefully they can replicate something like that. I'm interested to see what happens with him leading into WrestleMania, to see whether he keeps the title or not. But definitely a well-made figure by Mattel, and definitely well worth picking up as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the WWE Mattel WrestleMania 32 Roman Reigns.